Truth is, nobody knows if yoga is anti-Christian, pro-Christian, or just neutral. I'm standing by that it's neutral. Sorry for the delay before. I apologize. I don't know what happened. But anyways, couple quick things, housekeeping. If anybody wants to go to my speaking class on Wednesday night, it is free. Just go to doubledownspeaking.com. Again, doubledownspeaking.com. Also, the book release was April 2nd. We did the bestseller push. There's going to be another bestseller push because there was a failure on partially me, a little bit me, mostly the publisher, but we apologize. And that's a mistake. Everything's back to 99 cents starting on Wednesday. I will educate you on that later. All right. This is the Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less, which is going to be about 6 minutes. Let's get right into this because this was a pretty hot topic, and it's interesting that my audio did not work when I had to talk about this. Maybe God had something to do with that. Maybe I'm wrong on this whole thing. I don't know. That's the point, though. Is typically when it comes to Christianity, the idea that I was always raised in is to bring people to God. And when I posted this apparently incredibly hot topic about yoga and Christianity, I had no idea that this has been going on for a while quietly, but it turns out some of the heavier duty Christians think that yoga is a demonic practice. I can't see that. I don't understand. I mean, now, if you talk about all the poses and whatever it might be, yes, it could be worshiping false idols and false gods. Maybe if you're a yogi, it might be hard. That's like the teachers. That might be hard to say, yes, that's something that is of Christianity. However, if something, a tool that is of this earth allows people to get closer to God, which many people in my posts have said, why are we alienating that concept, that possibility? And I don't do the heavy duty right. Heavy Christians just want us to not be flexible. Oh, we could stretch though. So there's a gray area between the two. It's very confusing. And I have done, and I said this on the previous video, I'm getting kind of crossed up with the one that had no sound. But I was talking about the fact that I've done a lot of research in the last few days. I've looked at different things. I've looked at different concepts. I've looked at the origins of the practice of yoga and Hinduism. And it is different, but it is also a connection with God. And Hinduism was there before Jesus. And again, there is many versions of the Bible, many different interpretations of the Bible, and all of the scriptures that were posted to me about why it's demonic didn't actually make a ton of sense on why it's demonic. It was literally such wide stretches of the imagination. And I'm not trying to demonize or shame any of the Christians that were coming hard at me. It's all about perspective. So the thing is, there's a lot of things that we practice as human beings today that most of my Christian friends that are very strong Christians I see do, which are pagan holidays. It's like, if you think that all yoga is bad, have you ever taken a picture with your kid with the Easter bunny? Pretty pagan, if you ask me. Even though Easter is supposed to be a celebration of the resurrection of Christ, we've made it into we've combined it with a pagan holiday. So there's a lot of paganism in Christianity. So do you completely strip that from your life? And then the holier than thou philosophy of, look, if you're commenting on this post, even on Facebook, you're on what is being worshipped as a false idol. So you probably shouldn't be on Facebook either. It's one of those, take the splint out of your eye type situation. We do a lot of things that are imperfect in the name of God. And if there is a tool that allows people to spiritually connect, and somebody's talked about Mother Earth. Mother Earth, last time I checked, was created by God. I don't know if is it offensive to call it mother? I don't know, but Earth is one of God's creations, just as human beings and people, the universe, all of it. So if you're connecting to God's creation, how is this a bad thing? How is this something that is anti-Christian? And I'm up for a longer debate and not even a debate. I want to learn from somebody that feels differently than me, because to me, this is one of those, let's make sure that nobody else is Christian on this planet. That's how this reads to me. If we can't have other groups, other people, other philosophies, unless they believe exactly what I believe in. Oh, wait, you believe in this one version of the Bible is the best version of the Bible, or the King James, named after a king. Weird. This version is this interpretation. This it's a little imperfect. Now, is scripture, to me, we've been taught that it's perfect. Scripture is perfect. However, the variations and the way that we read these texts, the way that we read these scriptures is human. It is imperfect. I don't see anywhere in the Bible that says that yoga is specifically talks about yoga. Every research I've did, it doesn't talk. There is no actual discussion about yoga. It does talk about physical fitness, and any means to do that seems like something that's the actual following of the Bible. Again, certain poses to God's cool, whatever. I've been to a couple yoga classes. Funny enough, the Tony Robbins seminar that I'm in this week, and I know people are going to go, Tony Robbins, I hate Tony Robbins. Anyways, they're doing morning yoga. It was funny. Right after I made that post, I'm like, I'm going to do this morning yoga and see how this feels, see how this resonates. And it's just stretching and appreciating our inner self. And people are like, no, it's supposed to all be about God. We are created by God. We are God's people, chosen people. Well, I'm half Jewish. I could say that I'm chosen, but whatever. We are of the universe, of God, created by God. And if we are trying to find a light within, that light within can be deemed as God. I think that there's a very big misunderstanding about anything different. And I think that that's one of the concepts of Christianity, is to sometimes not learn about other things and see other things because it's bad and of the devil and whatever. Whereas something like yoga, look, here's the end game. And I've gone very long because I think it's an important subject and I want to talk about it more, maybe on a different show. But the truth is, we are all looking for a better relationship with God that are Christian. We're always looking for something that is greater. We're always looking for that connection. And fact is, we're all different people. We all have different beliefs. And if you feel as though yoga is not good for you, if yoga makes you feel demonic, makes you feel heavy, makes you feel like you've got a spiritual weight on you, then don't do it. But to demonize other people becomes dangerous when it comes to evangelism, because evangelism isn't just about bringing people to God. It's about teaching them the scripture. And every scripture that has been shared with me is a very loose interpretation of why not to do yoga. If it is how you believe it and how you read it, great. That's what God gave us. Somebody is going to go to hell for doing yoga. That's fine. You're allowed to believe that way. Whereas there's people that I've talked to since this post that have messaged, put in the comments, I got brought closer to God because of doing yoga, that spirituality. So I want to encourage people, to encourage the Christian faithful to just have an open mind. And you know what? I could be wrong on this. And as I like to say in other concepts and posts, the only person 100% wrong is the person that thinks they're 100% right. That's my belief system. And anybody that said, don't talk about this one, maybe go to a different topic, maybe leave this one alone, that's not what I do. And honestly, this isn't a daily truth because it's the truth. The truth is there is no truth in this one. The truth is it's up for interpretation. And my belief is to be kind to people, bring people to God, and to show people why Christianity can also be warm to people. I don't want to say all encompassing and all opening, because that is against scripture. But fact is, in order to bring people, we can't demonize. We can't look so pigeonholed to demonize something like yoga. That's my beliefs on this. That's my situation. I see there's a lot of comments. Typically, I don't read them as I go. I just want to make sure I'm not looking at comments. I had some stuff I wanted to make sure I talked about. Division. That's the last thing I did mention. This is one of those typical things that we have to stop dividing each other. Christianity loves to spite one another. If you're not a perfect Christian, fire and brimstone, you're lukewarm, you're this, you're that. At the end of the day, we're part of the same team. As we look as though the way the world is shaping up, we're in the book of Revelation right now. Like, let's be clear, we're getting there. And I think that we need as many people to be Christians as humanly possible, and teach them the basis of Christianity and go from there. And if that point in their journey, they realize that they're no longer gay, or they're no longer wanting to do yoga, or no longer wanting to do, acupuncture was the other one. Like, I know some Christians that have gotten help from acupuncture, and that's Eastern medicine. Granted, Eastern is still part of the universe, still part of the earth that was created by God, and he gave us these tips and tricks, and it's not just one group of people that found a way to answer all the questions in the human body. That's all I got. That's today's Daily Truth in 11 minutes or less. Today was quite long. Eastern medicine, it does rock. He gave us a bunch of keys, and it's like we're like, no, can't use that key because it's not specifically in the scripture. He created an earth that I'm still going. It created an earth that evolves over time, and we learn different things, and people teach different things. And it doesn't matter if it's strictly from a Roman Catholic perspective or a Christian perspective. He gave us gifts to learn more about our body that he created that allows us to heal. And some of that is stretching. Some of it is flexibility. Some of it is meridians and pressure points and different things. That's it. That's okay. I got to end it here. We're going a little long today. All right. I can't wait for the feedback on this one. God bless. Have a great rest of your day. Maybe we'll do a longer show on this one. Long-winded Rev Russo. God bless. Take it easy. And don't forget, don't surrender your pets. Don't be a garbage human. If I see one more dumped or surrendered, I'm going to get angry. God bless.